Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a coconut shrimp with asparagus, carrot, and yellow bell pepper without the use of a recipe. This dish is very fast to cook. It takes only about 5 minutes. So the first thing I walk into the kitchen is to thaw out some shrimp. The shrimp that I use, I purchased from Sam's Club. They are large shrimp. They are peeled, deveined, and tails off. They are probably among the best quality shrimp that I have had, and they are relatively inexpensive. It's about $6 a pound. The next thing I'm going to do is to create a sauce. First, I add half tablespoon of my basic seasoning mix. You can take a look at this video to find out what I have in this seasoning mix. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar to provide some sweetness. To thicken the sauce, I'm going to use 1/4 tablespoon of cornstarch. To make the sauce, I'm going to add 1/3 cup of water. This is then followed with 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. That will be it. This is how I'm going to make the sauce. Very simple and straightforward. This is how I think this sauce should be like. But of course, you can make adjustment according to your own preference. Last but not the least, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of coconut flakes. And if you don't like the coconut flakes, you can omit this step. Or you can add more if you would like to have a strong coconut flavor. The next step is for me to create a light breading for the shrimp. I'm going to use 1 egg for this purpose. The egg is essential because it will help to bind the coconut to the shrimp. I only need to use a small amount of egg, just enough that when I add to the shrimp, it will moisture the shrimp. Avoid adding too much egg because you don't want the eggs to get soggy. I then add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch to create a light breading for the shrimp. To create the coconut shrimp, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of coconut flakes. The cornstarch and the egg is important for the coconut to bind to the surface of the shrimp. And after mixing everything thoroughly, I am ready to cook. I'm going to cook this dish in my Cucina 14-inch stainless steel wok. I start out with about 2 tablespoons of canola oil. And I'm going to start season the wok by first heating up the oil until it starts to gently to smoke. And then I turn the heat to low and let it to smoke for another 15 seconds. This is time when the wok is being seasoned. This will create a non-stick cook surface. If you'd like to learn more about my spot seasoning method, you can take a look at this video. The first step in cooking this dish is to fry some carrot. I add about ½ cup of thinly sliced carrot. I add the carrot to the wok first because it takes a longer time to cook the carrot. And this is a good example of sequential cooking. Whatever the food that you want to cook for a longer period of time, you add them during the early phase of the cooking process. I find the carrot is a good food ingredient to add to almost any dishes. A carrot always makes a dish more interesting because its distinctive taste as well as texture, and it also adds color to the dish. Next, I'm going to cook the dish using a method known as shallow frying. This method is basically same as deep frying, except you use a small amount of oil and you fry the ingredient on the one side first and before you turn it over to fry the other side. So the first step is that I spread out the shrimp over the flat surface of the wok. It takes only a few seconds to fry the shrimp, and as you can see here, as I turn the shrimp over, the other side already take on a brown coloration. And the coconut flakes stick well to the surface of the shrimp, give them great coconut flavor. You notice here that I use a pair of tongs to manipulate the shrimp. It's much easier than a wok spatula. And by now, the shrimp is about 60 to 70% done. Next, I'm going to add the asparagus to the wok. The asparagus only takes a few seconds to cook, and I definitely do not want to overcook them. I much prefer them to have a crispy texture. So next, I'm going to add some yellow bell pepper to the wok. Similarly, I want my yellow bell pepper has a crispy texture, and this is the reason I add them toward the end. And now the dish is almost done. The final step is to add the sauce to the wok. By this time, I have turned off the heat. I intend to create a very thick sauce so that it will stick to the surface of the shrimp. As you can see here, the sauce thickened rapidly. Just a few quick stir, the dish is ready to serve. And the total cook time is less than 5 minutes. And by using sequential cooking, in adding different ingredients at different time, I can time it in such a way to make sure all the ingredients are perfectly cooked. Since I already have the carrot, the asparagus, as well as the yellow bell pepper in my advanced prepping, cooking this dish really nothing at all. This is the reason when I walked into the kitchen, the first thing I did is to thaw out some shrimp, which takes only about 5 minutes in running lukewarm water. And then I am ready to cook. This is the reason why this is such a great alternative to processed food. If you adopt the fast cooking system with flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking, you can cook like this anytime you want. I post a video each day to demonstrate my fast cooking system, how you can use it for your everyday cooking. This not only will allow you to achieve wellness in your life, but it also allows you to eat the food that you love. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.